Hey you guys, welcome to today's video. I am finally giving you the new Milani lighter foundation shades for review, as well as other new Milani products. They have so much out there right now, and I did get these from the website because every drugstore I look that has Milani, it's not there yet. Same with the eyeshadow palettes, and the eyeshadow palettes are sold out online and they're not in stores that I can find in my area. So we're gonna have to wait a little more on that, but I will find them. Okay, so I have new foundation shades, 00A Porcelain, 00B Light, and I have the Corrector palettes, the loose powder, and an eyeliner, primer, and then I did pick up another lip gloss. They're new lip glosses, but we've talked about those before. So let's talk about the new foundation shades. We all know that Milani has great foundation. This Conceal and Perfect that came out 2 years ago is awesome. And then of course, everybody was complaining that it was too yellow and too dark. And it's kind of funny because how many times are there foundations that we have to be like, can you have more light colors, please? So anyway, but they came out with a 00 last year, and that is, I believe, a really good shade. Some people, however, still felt it was too yellow, I'm guessing, because why else would they come out with these shades? So 00A Porcelain and 00B Light are kind of similar in terms of they are now the next lightest shade, but this one has a little more yellow and this one has a little more pink. And because I am a very pale person, I thought sure. And I did remember some of you, when I used the 00 in a video, thought it was still too light. So I don't know. I'm a little, wait till you see. Wait until you see. So I want to show you the correctors, but I want to show you the foundation first so that it kind of does, it's on its own. So we'll play with the correctors after I put the foundation on because you're going to see what's going to happen. Okay, ready? I'll just cut right to it. They're too light for me. If you are very, very pale, like Nicole Kidman, I'm trying to think of who I saw at the Oscars and I was just like, oh, who? Oh, Anne Hathaway. Wow, she has very pale porcelain skin. This would be perfect. So 00A is right here, and I'm going to show you on my face. Yeah. Normally I say, oh, well, that's okay because it's going to match my neck. In this case, I really do think it's a little too light even for my neck. So that's 00A. Not that it's a bad thing, just, you know, we just don't want to be kind of looking so washed out. And then here I am putting on another layer. Well, I guess I should say I'm more completing the coverage. And I have used foundations that are too light for me, and I have warmed them up. And I'm not complaining, I'm just pointing it out to you. So if you're sort of my skin tone, you can gauge what to do or not buy if you were interested in this product. That's all. It's not a good thing or a bad thing. More options is always better. Okay, so this is the 00A, and then I'll show you the 00B. You can see, oh, I should have shown them side by side. God. All right, so we have A Porcelain, B Light. Can you see a difference there? Yeah, a little bit, right? This one looks a little more yellow. Okay, let's take a look. I think for me, when I'm so red, actually using something that's too light really just doesn't cover the redness as well. I think Wayne Goss said that. He said, go a little bit darker if you have a lot of redness. Just err on a half shade darker so that way you can neutralize. And I think it's totally true. Now, it is blending pretty well into my neck, actually. But I don't think it's the same shade as my chest. I really think that it's still a little light. I'm gonna, but I love the finish. I love the coverage. So thank you, Milani. Rated highly on Beautypedia. So here I am, no bronzer, no powder. And on my skin, I don't know if I can really tell a difference between the A and the B. Can you? So, yeah. So what I'm gonna do is I am going to take the 00 and I'm gonna mix it in a little bit and kind of just do another layer on my face. And let's then play with the Corrector concealer palette. Let me show you 00 compared to 00A, 00B. 00. Now I have more Milani foundation than I will ever know what to do with. Okay. Somehow it's just like all messed up on my hand. Okay, so we have going left to right. It might be opposite on your end. This is 00, 00A, 00B. Hopefully that really gives you an indication. If you have other light shades around and you have the 00, maybe just try mixing it with that. If you really need a light shade, then this is probably for you. This might just be your answer. So, okay, so here I am all mixed together, shades of these, and I picked up 2 of them. I have the 01 and I have the 02. The 03 is significantly darker than this, so I'm really hoping that it's dark enough for dark skin tones. This one is actually too light for my skin. The 01, the only shade on here that works for me is this darkest one for concealer. The pink is kind of a corrector, but even on my kind of grayish under eye area, it's a little too white. So, yeah. And then this one, 02, is kind of better for me. So I actually like this concealer pan. They also have a corrector one with, you know, like the shade correction, color, green, that kind of thing. So this goes on, here is the pink. So it's got a nice salmon orangey shade to it. Here's kind of your, I'm gonna see which is the next lightest, maybe this one. The next lightest is this. So I'm just going in a circle from the pink. This one's the one opposite the pink. Let's see how much. Yeah, it's significantly kind of more beige. And then the last one is really tan. So that might be a good, I don't think it's really kind of a contour shade for me, but it could warm up some of the skin. So to give you an idea, here is the pink shade of this one. And then opposite the pink, or sorry, next to the pink one is this shade. On my hand, it doesn't look as light as it does on the skin. Here is the opposite. I'm gonna move down here. Do you see how white that is? Well, you will on my face. Okay. Did I get all 4 of them? No. There. This one's even lighter. So I'll show you the difference. I'm gonna use a shorter brush and I'm just gonna go in with the darkest of this 01 palette. It blends pretty well over the concealer, but I'll show you the pink. Ready? Here it is. It actually looks better over foundation than under foundation in terms of not being too light because I felt like it was just really stark against my skin. I'm kind of thinking maybe work with it over foundation would be good. Okay, so now I'm gonna do, actually, I'm gonna do the salmon shade on this side and this side. And actually in my inner eye corner, nose bridge kind of area. God, that gets so blue. It also really works well to cancel out like veins on your eyelids. And I'm gonna go in with this shade opposite the pink for my concealer. And I'm actually gonna use my sponge. Ready? It's pretty darn good. Just put in the coverage is like wow, right? I don't think it's too cakey personally, but we'll see what powder and time does in terms of how it breaks down. But lately I've been wearing this and I've maybe not put on that much because I was demonstrating to use several shades, but I've brushed on a few of them and just put them on over red areas and concealed areas and then put on foundation, and they work really nicely. Okay, now onto the powders. There's 4 shades of powder, maybe 5. There is 01 translucent light to medium, and I think there is a medium translucent. I think there's 2 more shades of translucent, and then there is a radiant. And I just thought this would be fun. I'm not sure if it has any pigment, like if it's going to change anything on the skin, or if it's just translucent but kind of shiny. Hello. I love the Radiant Flower Powder. It's very shiny. Oh boy. Yeah, that is highlighter, man. That is significant. So that is good to know. I actually tried this the other day and I was pleased. Okay, so it does have talc in it, as far as I know. But before, you know, so you don't have a whole lot of spillage. It doesn't come with a puff or anything like that. Let's see how this compares. I can't do them side by side because my hands, I only have so much. Okay, this is really nice. So do you see how that has kind of a sheen, but not sparkly, but just kind of like the way it would makes the skin look less dry. It has a very cornstarchy feel to it. So that's nice. Here, I'm gonna see how that goes. I use the flat end of my moistened. You can use your beauty blender. This is the flower one. I do like it when I am going for areas that kind of fade. I feel like this really gets it in. So I'm kind of testing. Normally, you know, I don't really like to bake under the eye, and I'm always really careful what kind of powder I set my concealer with, and using that cream concealer could be kind of thick. So this will be interesting to see if it creases or, you know, how it works with a crepier skin like mine. So creepy. Just kidding. Okay. I want to see what the Radiant looks like. Yes. I wonder if this is going to be like a bronzer. Like, this is really significantly, let's zoom you in. This is significantly shiny. Let's see what happens. Oh, it's really pretty though. I like it. It's definitely a highlighter, you know, in terms of the strength. It's not just like the Laura Geller kind of, oh, lighten and give yourself a glow. This is highlighter, but it is subtle. I'd say it'd be too shiny for regular setting powder, but a nice subtle glow for a highlighter. So that's kind of fun. I forgot to use this. So let's talk about it. This is Prime and Protect SPF 30. The foundation does not have SPF in it. This was actually rated well on Beautypedia. So it is a broad spectrum UVA UVB sunscreen. I really wanted to try it out under the foundation. It says a gel cream primer with vitamins A, C, and E. Let's see, does it? Oh, it's very smooth and doesn't have like a white cast or anything. No scent. No wonder they like it on Beautypedia. So that's great. And then we have this beautiful bronzer. Let's get to it. What are we gonna do? Let's bronze. Let's bronze. Throw on some quick eyeshadow, and I did get another Milani gloss of theirs. This is the Amore Shine, and it is in Enchanting. And this I have Charmed, and I have another nude. Amazing, amazing formula. Like, yeah. Wow, this was a lot more like kind of peachy coral than I thought it would be. Okay, so let's take a look at this Pure Matte, Stay Put Matte 17-Hour Wear Liner. It is a very thin, it's the that kind, you know, where it's like a pen versus it's not the brush. Let's give it a try. I want to make sure I'm controlled. I'm not going to do my whole. It's going to go really low. Every time I go at the top of my eyeball with liquid liner, I feel like it makes like this point. Anyone else have that? Okay. Bad. Not bad. Okay, guys, not Milani, but this NYX Worth the Hype mascara. Oh, holy crap, it's good. It's good. So let's review just for a second. These were very light, but still awesome. Same great formula. I'm definitely going to play around with them. You know, these I really enjoy. Just keep in mind that this goes really light on the skin before foundation, and you might want to shade up, but it seemed to do really well on top of foundation because it wasn't as a start. Yeah, didn't get to try this, but it's great, right? This seems pretty good, and I love this. I love this. And this powder, you guys, the powders are really, really nice. The Radiant powder is so pretty. It has such a good gleam without looking textured on the skin or too glittery. I would not use it as a setting powder, but I will definitely use it as like a highlight, glow all over powder. And then the regular translucent one was nice too. So there is Milani new stuff minus the eyeshadows. So excited to get my hands on those whenever that will be. But I hope you enjoyed this video and it helps you with your drugstore purchases. And please subscribe if you haven't already and give this video a thumbs up. And I will see you next time. Bye.